welcome you all and turn the microphone over to Erin Hake. So thank you again for being here.
All right, good morning, everyone. Thank you for taking part in our virtual news briefing as we start the countdown to this coming weekend's full closure of Eastbound 91 in Corona. My name is Erin Hake. The spelling is A-A-R-O-N-H-A-K-E, and I'm the Deputy Executive Director of the Riverside County Transportation Commission, also known as RCTC. I serve as the commission spokesperson, and I'm pleased that you're here to get information about the upcoming closure so that you can alert your readers and viewers and urge them to avoid the area. So as I walk through the closure details, you may have questions. If you do, please use the Zoom chat feature to start with, and I'll respond at the end of my remarks to any questions that are posed in the chat. After that, feel free to unmute yourselves to ask any further questions you might have. And also, I have blocked out some time later this week to be available for one-on-one interviews on Zoom or in person at your request, however you'd like. And I'll give you more details about my availability later. So let's get started. What is planned? So we will have a full closure of Eastbound 91 in Corona from Friday, October 21st at 10 p.m. to Monday, October 24th at 5 a.m. The closure will allow crews for our 91 refresh project to continue to safely repave lanes. The safety of our crews and motorists is RCTC's top priority. Closing the lanes protects our crews from live traffic and allows them to return home at the end of the weekend. So this closure will be an even bigger deal and affect more drivers than the 2 weekend closures on the 91 in Corona that we've had within the last month and a half. So we're going to put a map on the screen now. And I'll pause while we get that up. Okay, there we go. So all eastbound 91 lanes will be closed from Lincoln Avenue to Main Street in Corona this weekend. The eastbound 91 express lanes in Riverside County and the eastbound 91 on-ramps at Auto Center Drive, Surface Club Drive, Maple Street, and Lincoln Avenue will also be closed. During our previous closures, drivers were able to connect to I-15. This helped divert some traffic and was sort of a relief valve for traffic. However, this weekend, the closure is further to the west, and drivers will not be able to use I-15 to bypass the closure area. That's why it is so important for drivers to avoid traveling eastbound 91 in Corona this upcoming weekend. Please avoid the area if you are traveling east from Orange County or Los Angeles County. I strongly advise you to steer clear of the 91 by using northbound 57, which is the preferred detour route, or northbound 71 to connect with eastbound 60 to continue your eastward journey. Through traffic should avoid traveling east of the 71. Traffic congestion on this section of the 91 will be especially heavy this weekend. Drivers who continue past the 71 should also avoid Lincoln Avenue, which will be used as a detour. These drivers will need to exit the freeway, turn back onto westbound 91, and then travel to northbound 71 to connect to the 60 for eastbound destinations. Due to the turnaround at Lincoln Avenue, traffic delays are also likely on westbound 91 approaching Corona from the Riverside area. So as an alternative, Metrolink is a great travel option to bypass the closure. Round-trip weekend fares are $10 across the Southern California region. You can visit metrolinktrains.com for schedules and other details. If we have heavy rain, wind, or other weather factors that keep us from performing the work safely this weekend, we will reschedule to a future weekend. This is our third weekend closure, and you may be asking, when will this project be done, and are there more weekend closures coming? This work will be finished by the end of the year. We will have at least 2 more weekend closures after this one, likely on westbound 91, with dates to be announced soon. We know these closures can be frustrating for drivers and residents. We don't make the decision for these closures lightly. and we appreciate everyone's understanding and support as we work to improve the roadway. We encourage people to register for construction updates by texting 91 refresh to 77222. Again, 91 refresh, text that to 77222, or to visit our website, which is rctc.org/91 refresh closures. Earlier, I mentioned I had blocked out some time for one-on-one interviews. I'll be available on this Thursday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. for follow-up phone calls or Zoom interviews or interviews on site if you'd like to get out there. And if you need to do something live on Friday, I can also make it down on Friday. You can make those requests by emailing me at ahake@rctc.org. Again, ahake@rctc.org, or by calling us at 951-787-7141. Thank you very much. That concludes the briefing. We'll take a look and see if we have any questions in the chat. I don't have access to the chat, so Cheryl, could you let me know if we have any questions, and then we can open up the mics.
I'm not seeing any questions right now, so we'll go ahead. If anyone does want to ask questions of Aaron, you can unmute yourself and he will respond accordingly. Thank you.
All right, thank you, everybody.
Yeah, Aaron, can you hear me?
Hi, Dave. Yes.
Hey, how you doing up there?
Great.
Great. So you said there will be likely 2 more closures, I believe you said, and most likely on the westbound side, right? Do we know approximately when? Are we talking November, talking December? When you expect those 2 to happen?
Not yet, Dave. We'll get in touch with you as soon as we know.
Okay. And when we say westbound side, would that be sort of the same general area, Lincoln, Maine, 15 area, or farther west?
No, that's the same general area for
Gotcha.
all of this work on the 91 refresh project is between Lincoln and the 15.
Gotcha. Okay.
Further questions?
Well, I'll throw out one more since
Sure.
nobody else is asking.
You
So
bet.
I know that obviously it's set for 5 o'clock Monday for very important reasons, right? You're trying to make sure it's all done before the massive rush hour traffic gets going, even though it's eastbound. You don't want to affect it too much.
Right.
So I'm guessing though, but just want to ask, are you guys going to try to get it open before then too, or?
Yeah, it's always our goal to get open as soon as we can. You know, fortunately, the last closure we opened quite early on Sunday evening.
Sunday evening, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
that's what happened last time. You know, there's no
Mhm.
guarantee that will always be the case. There's a lot of work for those crews to do. And you know, our goal is just to make sure it gets done safely. So it's certainly a bonus if we get that to happen, and we will you know, certainly alert the public if we have an early opening.
And will they be paving the entire all of those lanes across the eastbound side between Lincoln and Maine this coming weekend, or just a certain side of the eastbound side? That makes sense. In other words, are they going to pave all the way from the express lanes all the way to the right shoulder?
Yeah, that's the plan. You know what I'm going to do, Dave, is I'm going to confirm that with the project team, and I will respond to you with that question. But my understanding is that all lanes from the express lanes all the way to the slow lane.
Gotcha.
Okay. I'm okay with silence. This is telling.
Silence is golden, huh?
Yep.
All right, well, as Aaron mentioned, he will be available between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. on Thursdays. If you have any follow-up inquiries or want to request one-on-one interviews with him, and then on a special request on Friday if needed. So we appreciate everyone's time. You can make those requests again of Aaron for interviews by emailing him at ahake@rctc.org or by calling 951-787-7141.
Yep.
Oh, can I ask one more question that occurred to me? So obviously Lincoln is where this is going to start, right? And people get off there. So you mentioned that they're going to have to turn around. So will they actually physically have to turn around and go west, or will they actually have an option? Obviously you don't want to, and I know Corona city officials don't want them to go south into Corona, but is it actually physically impossible for them to go through Corona, or can they still do that?
No, once people get off the freeway, they'll have the option to do what they want to do.
Okay.
We strongly encourage people to get back, use the official detour, go westbound and then northbound to 71.
Gotcha. And signs will point to that direction, I guess, right?
Yep.
Hey, gotta go back. Okay,
Yep.
Great.
Yep. Well, I want to conclude by thanking everyone here. You have done a great job of getting the word out about these closures. It's really helped the public over the last 2 closures we've had. It's been very successful, and I just appreciate the work that you do and coming out there and letting people know what's going on. So thank you on my behalf and on behalf of RCTC.
Thank you. Thank you, Aaron.
Okay. We're wrapped up.
Okay, if there's no further questions, we're going to go ahead and conclude the call. Thank you again.